In the name of Allah, the most kind and the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum. I'm your general science teacher, and today I'm here to teach you the new topic of chapter number 5, that is about the germs and their spread. Firstly, we have studied in this chapter about the diseases which are caused by the germs, like the bacteria, viruses, fungus, and the parasites. Now, what are the agents? What are the sources which are basically causing the spread of these germs? This is the topic of today. So, first of all, what are the germs? According to the germs theory, the microorganisms known as pathogens or the germs, they lead toward the disease. So, the germs are also called as the pathogens in the language of the science. They are basically causing the disease. But how they are spread from one person to the other person and from one place to the other place. This is our today topic. Germs are present all over the world, wherever they can be present, wherever there is a possibility of the living organism state, they are present there. The four major kinds of the germs, the bacteria, viruses, fungi, and parasites, which we have studied in this chapter, and we have learned about the diseases caused by them. The source of spreading these germs is called agents. So that agents could be the living organism itself, the air, the water, the animals, and the anything which can transfer them from one place to the other place, specifically these, the water, air, and the animals. So the first of all, the agent which is used to spread these germs is the air. So air is present around us, and that is carrying that invisible microorganisms which cannot be seen with the naked eyes, but still they are present in our surrounding. And air is necessary for our living organisms, like we get oxygen from the air and we breathe. But if that air is not present around it, we cannot survive. But there is an other problem with this, that this surrounding air is not clean enough because it contains the further germs and the toxic material and the pollution particles which are also present in our surrounding by the misuse of the different things by the population. So those diseases which are spread by the inhalation of microorganisms in the air through the respiratory tract, these are called as the airborne diseases. Airborne diseases are basically those which are caused by the germs present in the air that get entered into the body of the person with the help of the respiratory tract, that could be lead toward the different diseases, and the way of their entering could be the nose and the mouth. Spread when patient of such disease, like if a patient of these type of diseases is talking to the other person, he is coughing, sneezing, then there is a possibility that the thousands and the hundred of the droplets of their mouth and the nose secretion can release into the air, and they expelled out while they are coughing and sneezing. In that way, that secretion of the mouth and nose enter into the air. Not only that secretion, but also carrying those germs which are affecting to that particular patient, due to which he has got that disease, like he has got the flu. So that remains suspended for the some time in the air. The microorganisms are also along with that secretion, they are suspended in the air, and then they get entry into the other healthy person when they are talking close to each other, or when they have the droplet of their secretion. So they get entry through the mucous membrane of the respiratory tract. During that respiration, when we respire, we get that affected air into our respiratory tract, and that's the way a healthy person is harmful or is affected by that droplets or that germs which are present in that unhealthy person secretion. Some airborne diseases are the flu, the measles, the whooping cough, TB. These are the different diseases which are mainly caused due to the air pollution, because their germs are present in the air in the surrounding, and when the healthy person inhale or respire in that affected air, he or she may also get affected by these germs. The next agent or the next cause of spreading the disease is the touch. So some diseases are also spread from one person to the other person by the touching. Germs spread to the other people by either direct touching or either by indirect touching. The disease spreading germs may affect the other healthy person by the direct touch of his skin. If the unhealthy person is carrier of any kind of germs, if he touch to the healthy person, that disease could also be transferred to that person, like the scabies. Scabie is the parasitic disease which is transferred to the other healthy person by touching of the unhealthy person, like they are carrying the parasite in their body, and when they are in contact to the other healthy people, they are transferring that parasite which cause them itching to that person and cause that type of scare to its skin, because these kind of germs could be transferred by the touch. There are the other many diseases which are also spread to the other person by the indirect touching, like if a healthy person is using to the patient clothes, utensils and other usable things which are in the use of that unhealthy peoples, they are also containing the specific kind of germs which there are the chances to be spread or released into the body of patient, from the body of the patient to the healthy people. So indirect or the direct touching, both are dangerous and both are not good for the healthy people. So we must have care about the hygienic situation and we must be careful about dealing to the patient. The next one is the feces. So feces are also the agents which are cause or which are spreading the different kind of diseases, like the organisms passed out their feces and spread the disease in the soil, food, water and the hands. Now you are thinking that how through the feces that diseases or the diseasable germs could be passed to the other people, food and water. This could be happen like this: when the germs they are released in the feces of the people, they are get by the fleas, they are dirty and they are always at the dirty places. So when they sit on the soil, they transfer germs. That when they are sitting on the water, they will transfer it to that, even on the finger of the peoples. And then that dirty hand, if we don't wash them and eat the food or touch the food with that dirty hands, there are the so many chances to transfer so many germs to that healthy food. And when that affected kind of food is transferred or is eaten by the healthy people, they will also get affected by that. There are the many diseases also which are caused by that fecal-oral diseases. Fecal-oral diseases are those kind of diseases which are caused by the where the agents of spread is the feces. They could cause the disease like diarrhea, polio, typhoid and the worms. So to avoid these kind of diseases, there is only way to have the hygienic situation, to maintain your hygiene, wash your hands properly after going to the washroom, before going to the bed or before going to eat something. That is must to wash your hand, because the contaminated food and the water can cause you the diseases. There are the different kinds which we have studied that they cause the polio, hepatitis, typhoid and worms, and we have studied about these diseases and you know that they are very harmful kind of diseases. The next is the animal. So the animal are also known as the agents for spreading the different kind of diseases, like the animal bite could cause the rabies. The malaria, which is a very fatal disease in the Pakistan, it is also caused by the animal like the female Anopheles mosquito, which is the cause of spreading malaria. The disease producing germs may spread in the human by the animal bite through their saliva, as the rabies spread by the bite of the dog, which transmit the rabies virus into the human blood. You know that rabies virus is a very fatal virus which affects to the nervous system of the living organisms, the animals, and when the animal which is carrier of that rabies virus bites to the human, they also affect to their nervous system. Similarly, the mosquito, which are the agents to spread the plasmodium into the people from the unhealthy person to the healthy person, they are also causing the malaria. So bite can cause a variety of injury and the illness, including the tendon damage like the broken bones, the infection, the Lyme diseases, the cat scratches, fever, rabies. So you must be very careful about the animal bites and their scratches, especially the pet animal. They are always causing some harm to the people or the children which are close to them. So you should avoid these kind of damages to avoid any kind of disease which could be spread by their scratches. The next are the scratches and the cuts, which are definitely causing the different kind of disease. The germs get entry into the human body through the wounds and the scratches also. For example, in the newborn, when the umbilical cord is cut with an infected knife or blade, it is causing or it is spreading the different kind of disease to that baby. Through the burned skin, which is also exposed to the environment, that unclean or air which is containing different kind of the germs that are causing the diseases. So that is also the reason of spreading disease. The wounds of animal bites, as we have studied, and the infected nails, they are also the agents to spread the diseases, producing the germs through the wounds. Because while filing your nails, you can also have the cut, and that may transfer the other person germs to your body. When you have a scratch or when you have the road accident, you must have the vaccination against the tetanus, because the roads are also carrying so many germs that could be transferred to your body. The next one is the water. The untreated water discharged by the factories, the domestic, and the water mixed with the phenyl and the acids, that is getting entry into the usable or the drinkable water, which is causing many diseases to the people who are drinking that unpolluted, unhealthy and polluted water. The insecticides which are used for the crops, they are also mixing in the water and causing a lot of problems. The fertilizers excessive use by the farmer, they are also causing certain kind of diseases to the plants. Not only to the plants, but these are including or these are entering into the water and polluting the water and causing the water pollution and the diseases which are also caused by drinking that polluted water, like the cholera, the hepatitis, the diarrhea, the typhoid, and the giardia, that is also an intestinal disease, and it is the parasite which affect to your intestine and causing the diarrhea like disease. The waterborne diseases and their effects could also be the cholera, the amoebiasis, the typhoid, the diarrhea, and the leptospirosis. These are the different diseases which could be caused by drinking the polluted water, which is carrying the unhealthy germs which are released by the factories and the domestic waste, like the phenyl, acid, the fertilizers, and the insecticides. They are also causing the diseases. I hope you are clear about all these points. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.